NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. We'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The ball is loose, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
I'm pretty sure his special teams coach is going to have a talk with him after that one. He can get as creative as he wants and do whatever he wants. Just don't lose yardage or the ball. You start doing either, and there's a...
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a play that won't pop on the stat sheet, but the players and coaches won't forget about it. I promise you that. Coaches will file that one away the next time they really need to pick up a few yards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He still has room inside the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. He'll cobble together a yard there. David Ojabo making that tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now here's Lamar. Walker hauls it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Blitz coming, Lamar. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Now Jepson on third down. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Browns will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He lets one fly, deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 2. Has it down close. That's a Cleveland touchdown. To rock this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want 2 here. He's throwing for it. Buys time, rolling right. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
So they didn't call on him following the touchdown, but they do call on him here as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Flying down the middle with Henry. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now it's Lamar. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book. 1st
down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender right at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing from the gun. Moore's got it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. That's Tillman. He's got it. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Browns looking for a score before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns boat racing them to the halftime locker room. On is Hopkins for the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now Jackson. Pass complete to Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Browns make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the 2, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 17 yards. It's now 3rd down.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Third and short here, trying to pass. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. You're going for this. On the move, headed right. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Throwing from the gun here. Hits him on the in route. And they take him down right along the 30.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and throw it here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown, his 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive 4-1 right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Giants have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. It's massive hit. The ball is out. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Lamar off the play fake. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Play action now with Jackson. And they pick him off again. Martin Emerson with the pick.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They're out and set. First and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 28. Connection made to Judy. And he's officially in enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll run the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back to the well again. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Browns football to start the 4th in what's been a one-sided game in their favor.
Why does this have to happen?
What are you doing? Are they even paying attention?
That was terrible.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Escapes out to the left. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns continue piling it on here in the 4th. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So that brings up 2nd down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Complete to
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They run it with King Henry, and he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go, second down. Lamar now from the gun. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Andrews with a catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Jackson yet again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Jackson's going to throw again. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens still trail by a lot. It's a 26-point differential.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing now from the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Another carry for him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming. He's going to throw this one. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Browns come away with the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.
What are y'all doing?